Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham.
Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Nithyanandam, everyone.
Welcome all the viewers from all over the world who are gathered with us today to get ready for the Devi Parashakti Akashic reading. So in this program, we will understand who is Devi Parashakti, how she is manifesting through the Supreme Concept of Hinduism, and who is the Supreme Concept of Hinduism.
And if you are here, it means existence wants you to be here in this form. You are not an accident, but an incident, and a conscious miracle of existence. And existence is trying to manifest and express itself through you. Sacred spiritual experience, which is your digital experience of the divine.
This may be what you think as your first time in the presence of a divine cosmic being, but this is not the first time this energy has graced the planet Earth. If you are watching this now, it is not a coincidence. This is a cosmic intervention in your life to make you manifest what you want.
Now, some of you might be wondering, how has this worked before and how is this possible? So today, here you can experience these answers through the powerful cognitions as referenced from the ancient texts of Hinduism revived by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism.
So let us understand who is Devi Parashakti, the divine cosmic mother. Devi is the ultimate pure feminine consciousness, the cosmic mother. She is the source Shakti. It is her cosmic womb, Brahmanda Yoni, from which billions and billions of universes come out and go in. The source where the Big Bang and black holes go on. Parashakti is the main deity of the sacred feminine and the divine consort of Bhagavan Paramashiva, who is the primordial divinity of Hinduism.
And Swamiji very beautifully says, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism beautifully says, the first and the foremost relationship is mother. And even the idea to relate starts with the mother. How to relate starts with the mother. So understand your idea to relate and your ability to relate starts with the mother. A mother is a too important way to connect with what you think as life. In the Vedic tradition, our rishis were aware that your ability to connect with the mother should be directed to the cosmos. It should inspire and it should awaken your higher consciousness. And connecting with life through the mother is the most sweetest, most beautiful, and most easiest form to ever connect through.
Today, out of his extreme compassion and love, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is manifesting Devi Parashakti herself and gracing us, answering all of our questions, attending to our prayers, giving boons, healing us, revealing our past, present, and future, and delivering profound spiritual truth, and ultimately giving us the experience of Paramashivoham itself.
So now let's understand what is the Bhava Samadhi Darshan that all of us are going to witness today.
So what is Samadhi? Sama is oneness and Adi means source. So Samadhi means one with the source. Bhava means attitude or aspect. Bhava Samadhi means being one with the source through this aspect.
And the word darshan means to have a glimpse of. It is used, the word is used in the Vedic tradition to describe the moment when we behold a deity, an avatar, a saint, or an enlightened being, as just seeing such a being can cleanse the karmas of lifetimes and create a deep lasting transformation in the receiver. And it is a powerful subconscious vibration that is present around an avatar at all times. And he simply radiates darshan just as the sun continuously radiates light. And the auspicious moment when the receiver is able to catch it becomes the moment of darshan for you, raising you to the next level of subconsciousness, which is like hitting a reset button on your being.
So let us understand the science of Bhava Samadhi Darshan. First thing we need to know is that divine cosmic beings are real. They manifest from Kailasa, the enlightened time-space zone, through deities and incarnations. Divine cosmic beings manifest through Ashtavataras, the deities in temples, and through the Bhava Samadhi Darshans in Nijavataras, the incarnations.
And the Bhava Samadhi Darshan is the science where the Nijavatara manifests Paramashiva, the consciousness. And it is where the formless, the being of Paramashiva, expresses through the Divya Sharira, the light body, and manifests as the Nijavatara, or the physical form and embodied form, for us to experience Paramashiva.
So for example, Devi Parashakti manifests through the being of Raja Rajeshwari and manifests as the Nijavatara, the physical form of Devi Meenakshi.
And the Archavatar, the deity, reflects the consciousness and manifestation of the superconscious energy. But unfortunately, human beings are not mature enough to receive the higher level experiences from the Archavatar directly. And so the avatar, the physical embodied form, comes down to bridge the gap between the Archavatar and the human beings and create an experience of superconscious energies in all of us.
Bhavasamadhi Darshan awakens your Kundalini Shakti, which is the latent potential energy in every human being. This influx of energy visibly slows down the aging process and improves immunity. The whole brain becomes alive, turning into a superconductor of conscious energies that heals, empowers, and transforms our lives.
And during the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, another natural phenomenon which takes place in all of us is that our neurons mirror that of the avatar. So the mirroring neurons activate the process of all the observed movements or information of the avatar just by seeing. And that is, the entire body can silently and without moving receive what is happening elsewhere through a process of direct observation, experiencing the superconscious energy radiated by the avatar.
So let us understand what are Akashic readings. They are not predictions, they are the readings from the cosmic archives. Beyond space, creation and destruction happen simultaneously in the dimension of time, starts the past, present, and future. Because Akashic records are stored in the Akasha, the space dimension, there is no past, present, and future. That is why what you call as happening, yet to happen, are clearly already recorded.
And now let's look at who is the supreme point of Hinduism. A small introduction of who the supreme point of Hinduism is. The one who, out of his extreme compassion, is giving us the science of the Bhava Samadhi Darshan.
The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is the reviver of Kailasa, a macrocosmic, ancient, enlightened Hindu civilizational nation. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the 1008th incarnation of Paramashiva, as per Hinduism, and is recognized by his predecessors, who are enlightened masters and adepts. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has made the science of power manifestation, yoga, and temple-based universities as a lifestyle for humanity.
And the supreme point of Hinduism is ordained as the 233rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Kanchi Kailasha Sarvagnipitam, which is the Tandai Mandala Aginam, the incumbent emperor of Suryavamsha Surangi Samrajyam, the present 293rd Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam of Kailasonata Shyamala Pita Sarvagnipitam, Mahamandaleshwar of the Mahanirvani Akada, which is the largest apex monastic order.
The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the 1008th Acharya Mahamandaleshwar of the Atal Akhada, is the present 23rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of the Dharma Mukti Sparagapura Adinam, and has been elected as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism by a congregation of over 1,000 Hindu leaders.
And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is revered as a teacher of Hinduism, the most prolific, most viewed, read, and watched. He has authored 300 books and 10,000 articles in 3 different languages, which are English, Tamil, and Sanskrit. And these are translated into 50 languages with over 1,000 titles. And over 20 million books, copies of these books and articles have been sold, read, and downloaded. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has given over 10,000 hours of discourses for humanity and reaching and enriching over 1 billion lives digitally, and is respected as a commentator of all sacred scriptures such as Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, Shiva Sutras, Brahma Sutras, Yoga Sutras, Ashtavakra Gitas, Jain Sutras, and many more.
And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is honored as a leader of Hinduism. The most awarded, internationally recognized Hindu leader is the reviver of 108 ancient Hindu sampradayas, including Rudrakanyas, Rudras, Rishis, Rishikas, Bhairavas, Bhairavis, and Sanyas, and is the establisher of the largest Hindu university, Kailasa's Nithyananda University, in the world, with satellite campuses in 150 countries, and is the establisher of 1,000 plus Kailasa enlightenment ecosystems, and is the founder and reviver of over 100 Sadhgnipitas. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the collector of the largest Hindu library with over 1 million books, 1 million palm leaf scriptures, and over 20 million digital books.
Yes, and now with that, We will be moving to the next segment of this program where all of us will be seeing a live demonstration of the extraordinary Shaktis, the divine powers, given as a gift to humanity, to all of us, by the Supreme Font of Hinduism through the science of Diksha, initiation. So today, the Balasans, the Nithyananda Yogis, and the initiated disciples of the Supreme Font of Hinduism will be demonstrating and sharing with all of you the experiences and results of the extraordinary manifestation awakened in us through the Diksha, the initiation by the Supreme Font of Hinduism. And in today's Bhava Samadhi darshan, all of you will also be receiving the initiations into the power of third eye awakening and various other powers with the blessings and grace of the Supreme Font of Hinduism. And all of you will be manifesting the following powers of third eye, which is seeing with eyes blindfolded, as well as many other powers such as body scanning, remote vision, Ashtamaha Shaktis, and many more. And for those of you who might be wondering where the third eye is located and how the third eye works. So the third eye is a cosmic browsing center located between the brows, which upon initiation one can effortlessly express powers and see through the third eye just as you would with your two eyes.
So what are Shaktis? In the Vedagamas, the source scriptures of Hinduism, Paramashiva reveals in elaborate detail that every human being is hardwired to be able to manifest 463 extraordinary Shaktis, the divine powers. Manifesting Shaktis are described as a system, method, and science for human beings to explore the various possibilities and powers and have access to various states of consciousness. Shaktis manifest from the fundamental cognition that you are divine and you need to manifest divine, not that you are a man and you need to reach divine.
And now some of you might have heard the word siddhis, as it's a very common term used for any type of extraordinary manifestation. So let's look at the difference between Shaktis and siddhis. Shakti is expressed in the space of enlightenment as a side effect of feeling connection and high integrity with the Guru, and are a source of enlightenment, whereas siddhis are powers that manifest from tapas or penance for enlightenment and are on the path of enlightenment.
And Shaktis of Paramashiva manifest through ordinary human beings in an extraordinary way after initiation from the avatar, and they are permanent. However, siddhis are not permanent, and they might divert you from enlightenment.
And the source of all these Shaktis, Paramashiva, is the primordial divinity in Hinduism, the ultimate reality and cause, which is self-effulgent. Swayam Prakasha, all-pervading, unchanging, beyond time, space, form, and causality. And as the fundamental base of Avyakta, the unmanifest, and Vyakta, the manifest existence, or the five cosmic acts of Shrishti, which is creation, Sthiti, sovereign rulership and maintenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Throbhava, pulling out of delusion, and Anugraha, which is liberating grace for all living entities.
The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasanidanam, His Divine Holiness Nithyananda Paramashivam, is as the 1008th living incarnation and representative of Paramashiva and the reviver of Kailasa, the ancient enlightened Hindu civilizational nation, the great cosmic borderless Hindu nation. Ever since the beginning of the civilization, the Sanatana Hindu Dharma has been the cradle of enlightened beings and highly advanced sciences. It was where the science of enlightenment and powers, the Shaktis, were lived and taught as a lifestyle. For the first time in modern day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is reviving these yogic sciences and transmitting it to the world as a record-breaking, never accomplished before.
And All of this knowledge and these great sciences are passed down from one generation to the next through the science of Diksha, which is initiation by the enlightened gurus. And the supreme point of Hinduism, being recognized by his gurus as an incarnation at a very young age, was trained and taught these sciences to revive the initiations and knowledge repositories for billions to manifest the science of power manifestation. From the disciplines of Vedanta, Tantra, Shri Vidya, Yoga and Yogic powers, Mantra Shastra, Siddha Vidya, science of Aushadha, Advaita, Bhakti Yoga, Paramashivoham, Paramashivoham, and much more.
So how do we awaken the divine Shaktis in us?
Every ultimate truth, jnana, is mapped into your consciousness, prajna, and manifests as a possibility and power of every being, prajnana.
Diksha. The science of power manifestation is authenticated through four aspects of evidence or pramana. The Shastra Pramana is the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, and the Apta Pramana are the experiences and results of the Aptas or authorities of Hinduism, the Vedic rishis and scientists who time tested and verified the science.
And the next is the Atma Pramana, which is the account of the Supreme Point of Hinduism. This millennium's avatar's personal experience of the power manifestation, and then the Pratyaksha Pramana, which is the empirical evidence from observation and scientific experimentation.
They are a living applied science. Vedas are the ultimate superior authority of Hinduism. Vedas are pure science where the ultimate truths are explained. The agamas are the scriptures where the applied technology, the applied science is expanded. The Vedas and agamas, the Vedagamas are given the status of Shruti as they are directly revealed by Paramashiva. They are the ultimate, eternal, unchangeable truth. A reference cited from these shastras or scriptures is called Shastra Pramana.
And now, let us all get ready to witness a very unique and very exciting demonstration of the powers of third eye. So, we'll be first getting into the power of third eye reading, which is seeing with the eyes blindfolded. So, the Shastra Pramana for this power of third eye comes from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. कपालान्तर्मनोऽन्यस्य तिष्ठन्मीलितलोचनः क्रमेण मनसोदार्द्यात् लक्ष्ये लक्ष्यमुत्तमम्. And the translation for this verse is, by fixing the mind on the inner space within the crown center and sitting stably without any movement, having the eyes closed in succession, by that stability of the mind in inner space through the power of the third eye, one directly sees the ultimate goal Lakshyam by having the vision beyond the sight that reveals any object or place, attaining the space of oneness with the source Paramashiva. And the next is the Apta Pramana, where Krishna initiates Arjuna into the power of third eye during the revelation of the Bhagavad Gita. So he says, Natu mam shakyase drashtu manenaiva swachakshusha divyam dadami te chakshuhu pashyame yogamaishwaram. So this Bhagavan Krishna says to Arjuna, but you cannot see my cosmic form with these physical eyes of yours. Therefore, I grant you divine third eye vision. Behold my cosmic opulence. So, in the Hindu Purana Bhagavad Gita, during the revelation of the Hindu Purana Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna initiates Arjuna into the power of third eye to behold Krishna's Vishvarupa Darshan, the vision of his cosmic form. And specifically in the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which contains the description of Bhagavan Krishna's cosmic form, is completely narrated by Arjuna as he sees Bhagavan Krishna through his third eye.
And the Apna Pramana, the experience experience of the spirit. In his own words, the first experience that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degrees, 10 directions below me, everything, I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience all of that as me. And the Pratiksha Pramana, which is the empirical evidence from observation and scientific experimentation. And experiments were done on the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, where they studied and measured, and compared the metabolic cell activity of the brain in the conscious and meditative state, or open third eye state. And this was done using the positron emission tomography, or PET scan. And when doing daily activities, it was found that high activity is measured in the brain, where third eye is located. And when in the deep samadhi state, only the third eye region is active, and almost 90% of the brain is at peace. And the Sakshi Pramana is the experience and result of the extraordinary manifestation happening through the initiated disciples of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And this rare sacred science of third eye awakening is being made available to humanity for their ultimate enrichment and conscious evolution by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagatguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. As a living incarnation of Paramashiva, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism embodies the most profound yogic faith that surpass all bounds of time, space, and matter. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is gifting this pure, great science of third eye awakening, along with many other spiritual sciences, through initiation Diksha. Millions of people have been initiated by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and are experiencing the profound results as extraordinary powers in their everyday lives. Let us now witness the live Sakshi Pramana, the demonstration of the power of third eye with the Balasins and Nityananda Yogis. And we have Ma Nitya Madhurananda here with us to demonstrate this extraordinary powers. Thank you, Ma.
Yeah. So now with me, I have this eye band, which I will be using for the power of third eye. So this eye band will be put on me by a volunteer, and all of you can see the eye band. In front, it is a thick opaque plastic sheet, and in the back, there is thick black sponge which will not allow any type of light to enter around the eyes. And this eye band will also cover the bridge of the nose over here. So there will be no way for any type of light to enter around. You cannot see without light. So this eye band will be put on my eyes, covering all the physical light around. And then, with the blessings and grace of Swamiji, whatever is being shown as the comments being put in the YouTube comment section through the third eye, I will be reading it. So any of you who would like me to read anything, you can put it in the YouTube live comment section and I will be reading it. You can put anything you like. And now the volunteer will be putting this eye band on my eyes. So all of you can see. And now the volunteer will be putting the eye band on my eyes. You can put it a little tighter. Yes. So now the eye band has been put and I will be turning to my right, left, up, and down. So all of you can see that the eye band has been put and there is no gaps anywhere. And now the YouTube comments will be projected in front of me. And it will also be projected for all of you. And anyone who would like to put any comments, you can put it in the YouTube live comment section, and I will be reading the comments. So we have the last comment from Celine Ji, who has put nice and then a fire emoji, flower emoji, and a writing emoji, a hand with a crayon or a pencil, a blue crayon or pencil in the hand. And then above that we have a comment, not exactly a comment, but actually a donation from Dr. Hamsa Kalabhairava, who has donated 10 pounds. And thank you, Aya, for your contribution to Kailasa. And next to that, he has put emoji with animal showing thumbs up. It's wearing a yellow shirt and a pink hat. And the contribution has actually come in an orange box. And yes, anyone else who would like to put your comments, you can put in your comments. It can be a sequence of emojis, numbers, letters, words, sentences. It can be anything. You can all even put a different language if you would like. It can be anything you would like me to read. Yes, now we have another comment from Salanji who has put thank you and a namaskar emoji. And yes, if anyone else would also like to put your comments, you can put it. And even Masalanji or Dr. Hamsa Kalveriva, even if you would like me to read anything else, you can put it in the comments. And as we get some comments, I have this book with me, which is Uncommon Answers to Common Questions, written by Swamiji. And now in front of all of you, I will be opening a random page from this book and reading the contents of that page. So I'm opening a random page now. So I've opened a random page. And now I will be reading this page. So it is page number 124 and 125. And it says, Beloved Swamiji, in India, we are brought up on rituals and idol worship. Are you for or against these? Then the answer for this question that Swamiji is given is, first of all, I am neither for nor against idol worship or rituals or anything for that matter. But there is a reason why idol worship is so common in India and elsewhere in the East. For a beginner on the spiritual journey, it is difficult to even conceive of the divine in the abstract. When given a form, it is crystallized into something he understands and can relate to. With an idol, he can commune with the divine in the language that he is familiar with. Our thousands of deities are nothing but expressions of the divine, and yet anyone can talk to them, pray to, or play with them, seek solace or give thanks. The whole awesome, indefinable nature of the divine is scaled down to comforting proportions in the form of the deity. It has to be this way. The divine without form is simply too terrifying a concept. At a deeper, subtler level, there is one more message being reinforced. The idol before you is cast in the same form as yours, and yet it is divine. What does that say about you? Think about it. Even if you are an idol worshipper, there is no need to condemn yourself. As you grow spiritually, you will find yourself able to commune with the divine just as well without an idol. Just as children stop playing with dolls as they grow older, you will drop the idols of your own accord when the time comes. But right now, if it gives you a sense of well being to worship your favorite deity, do so by all means. Spiritually is a vast, shoreless ocean. When you are just learning to swim, it would certainly help your confidence to hold onto a life buoy. Something you can be sure of. Something that won't let you down as you grow stronger and surer. You will naturally shake off its hold and enter the deep waters freely and fearlessly. So that is on page number 124 and 125. And yes, if anyone else also would like to put your comments in the YouTube comment section, you can put it. And with that, now we'll be moving to the next power, the power of body scanning. So anyone who would like a body scan can put your comments in the YouTube comment section. And now the volunteer will be removing the eye band. And all of you can see the eye band being removed. Yes, so all of you can see the eye band. There is nothing added or removed from the eye band. And now with that, we'll be moving to the next power, the power of body scanning. So anyone who would like a body scan can put your comments in the YouTube comment section and we will be doing a body scan for you. So this power of body scanning awakens the ability to scan any type of illnesses, diseases, or medically diagnosed issues with through the power of third eye. And it also awakens the ability to scan a solution for the problems that are scanned and for any other problems as well. So now we'll be looking at the Shastra Pramana for this power of body scanning. It comes from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. Swadehe jagato vapi sukshma sukshmataraani cha tattvani yani nilayam dhyatvante vyajyate para. And in this verse, Bhagavan Paramashiva says, cognize deeply that from the subtle to the subtlest constitutive principles of your whole body, Swadeha, or the whole universe simultaneously consist of the essential reality. They are being absorbed in their source cause, Paramashiva. By the experience of such restful awareness, one becomes complete from all thoughts, and the ultimate universal divine power, Paradevi Adi Shakti, is revealed, and the supreme power manifestation happens. And the next is the Apta Pramana, which of a Siddha, whose name was Terayar. So Terayar was a Siddha and one of the prominent disciples of Agatya. And one day, a man suffering from severe headache comes to Agatya for healing. Agatya then uses the power of body scanning and identifies the root cause of the headache. And he reveals that there is a small terai, a type of frog, sitting in the person's brain, and immediately instructs Teraya, his disciple, to perform an open head surgery and remove the frog. And after the surgery is completed successfully, the person is healed and cured of the headache, and thus Teraya gains his name. And the Atma Pramana for this power was revealed by the Supreme Point of Hinduism on the 22nd of December 2019 of how he uses the power of body scanning, paraphrasing his own words. Only when I had the multiple compound hand fracture, I was forced to go for surgery and therefore for medical checkups related to that. At that time, they detected heavy metal quantity in my different organs. It was revealed that I had been poisoned without our knowledge. I immediately used diagnostic methods instead of medical facilities to study the body condition due to the poisoning. Through body scanning, I found out what the problems, imbalances had happened and where balances had to be done. And I used allopathy as a second opinion to verify my findings. And here, all of you can see the Sakshi Pramana, which are the experiences and results of the extraordinary manifestation through the initiated disciples. So here are a few sharings taken from social media where a few of the thousands of disciples have shared their experience of how they have successfully manifested the power of body scanning. And with that, now we will be getting into the live demonstration of the power of body scanning. So anyone who would like a body scan can put your comments in the YouTube comment section and we will be doing a body scan for you. Yes, so we have a request from Sumi Molyaya who has asked, please scan my eyes. Small layer, applying castor oil. Yes, now I will be scanning you, Aya, Sumi Molyaya. Yes, Aya. So Sumi Molyaya, I was able to see that your eyes are getting healed. You can continue to apply castor oil. And if you have Jnananjana, you can also apply Jnananjana, not around the eyes, but like how the kajal is applied, you can apply the Jnananjana like that if you have some. If you don't, then you can get it from the nearby temple if possible. Or just, but continue to apply the castor oil and you will see that your eyes start getting healed more. It will get healed soon. And apart from that, I was also able to see for you, Aya, that in your back, there is your backbone is actually becoming a little weak right now. I was able to see that is because you are not bending enough, and when you sit, you are sitting with without your back being straight. So it is actually becoming weak. So I was able to see that you have to, whenever you sit or stand, to make sure that your back is always straight. And every day morning and evening, at least for 10 minutes, do some stretching. And that will heal your back and make your back more stronger. So this is what I was able to see for you here. And Selinji has asked for a body scan about wealth, especially money. Yes, Mana, I'll be doing a body scan for you. Yes, Selinji, I was able to see that the reason physically, like what you are going through, your cognitions, the of why you're not manifesting wealth, especially money, was that your cognitions about wealth, about not only money but about wealth itself, has to become more deeper, and you have to have a more better understanding and a more matured cognition and understanding about wealth. And I was able to see that once your cognition about wealth gets um, more deeper and more matured, I was able to see that you will automatically manifest lots of wealth and money. And I was able to see that right now you are actually going through like lots of stress related to the wealth and money. So just drop that stress at Swamiji's feet, surrender it to Swamiji, and have the cognition that Swamiji will take care of you and he will manifest and shower you with wealth. And to some satsangs where Swamiji has spoken about wealth manifestation, and mature your understanding more about the wealth dimension, the wealth manifestation, and money. And you will see that automatically you will start manifesting wealth abundantly. And this was what I was able to see for you. Just do this and you drop the stress, even the stress and confusion that you're going through right now about wealth and especially about money. Drop it, surrender it at Swamiji's feet, and declare that you can also do it like a power manifestation and manifest money. And just have the cognition that Swamiji will take care of you and surrender all your worries, stress, and confusion at Swamiji's feet. And you will automatically see that wealth starts manifesting for you, Ma. So this is what I was able to see for you, Ma Selinji. And Sumimulyaya and Ma Selinji, you can get back in the comment section if you were able to relate. And anyone else also who would like a body scan, you can put your comments in the YouTube comment section. Ma Selinji and Sumimulyaya, you can get back in the comment section. Yes, Ma Salanji has gotten back saying thank you. You will do it. Yes, Ma. That's great. And you will actually see that wealth starts manifesting in your life. Swamiji will start showering you as wealth. Yes. So if anyone else would like a body scan, you can put in the comment section. And with that, I now thank all of you who have joined us for this power manifestation segment. I thank all of you who have joined us today. And with that, we'll now be moving to the next segment of this program where all of us will be learning much more about Devi Parashakti, about who is Devi Parashakti, how we can receive Devi Parashakti, what she has received, what she has revealed in the Akashic reading, and much more. So I thank all of you once again for joining us for this Power Manifestation segment. And please stay tuned for the further segments of this program. And with that, now we'll be moving to the next segment where we will be learning about the divine feminine consciousness, about who is Devi Parashakti. So we'll be first looking at the Dhyana Shloka of Devi Parashakti, which comes from the Lalita Sahasranama Dhyana Shloka. I will be chanting now. सिन्दूरारुण विग्रहां त्रिनयना माणिक्यमौली स्फुरते तारानायकशेखरां स्मितमुखीं मापीनवक्षोरुहां पाणिभ्यामलिपूर्णरत्नचषकं रक्तोत्पलं बिभ्रतीं सौम्यां रत्नघटस्थरक्तचरणां ध्यायेत् परामम्बिकाम्. And the translation for this is the Divine Mother is to be meditated upon as shining in a vermilion red body, with triple eyes, sporting a crown of rubies, studded with the crescent moon, a face all smiles, a splendid bust, one hand holding a jewel cup brimming with mead, and the other twirling a red lotus. And another verse which comes from the Lalita Sahasranama Dhyana Shloka, which describes the beauty of Devi Parashakti, says, Arunam karunatarangatakshin dhritapaşankuşapuşpavanachapam animadibhiravritam bhavani. And the translation for this verse is, I meditate on the great Empress. She is red in color and her eyes are full of compassion. She holds the nose, the gourd, the bow, and the flowery arrow in her hands. She is surrounded on all sides by powers such as Anima for rays, and she is the self within me. And Devi Parashakti is the ultimate pure feminine consciousness. Parashakti is the cosmic mother. And it is her cosmic womb, the Brahmanda Yoni, from which billions and billions of universes come out and go in. It is where billions of universes manifest. And it is the source where the Big Bang and black holes go on and on. And Parashakti is the source Shakti, the source energy, the source power from which all of us came, in which all of us are in even now, and in which all of us are going to merge. And out of her extreme love and compassion, Devi Parashakti herself is manifesting through the embodied form as the Nijavatara of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhana, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, gracing us, answering all of our questions, attending to our prayers, giving boons, healing us, revealing our past, present, and future, delivering profound spiritual truths, and ultimately giving us the experience of Paramashivoham itself. And Devi Parashakti beautifully reveals how she manifests as the Nijavatara of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Beautifully, she says, in her own words, she says, raising as Omkara, expressing as Vedas and Agamas, blossomed as Hrimkara, filled as Parashodasi, living in 40 triangles, the Kailasha Swamini, who is in Kailasha, Sri Purachintamani, Parashodasi, sitting as part of Paramashiva, Parameshwari, who rules the world, Paramashakti, Manonmani, Meenakshi, as Nithyananda, I took Nijavatara here to give good boons to everyone, to bestow all goodness. Hiranyagarbha Swarupini, Brahmanda Yoni, Shami, Chandramauli, Rapala, Aparna, Uma, Parvati, Savitri, Navayavana, Samraji Lakshmi, Parameshwari, Parashodasi, Meenakshi. Taking the form of Nithyananda, I came here as Nijavatara. With great compassion and blessing. Listen, people, to do good to all of you, I took the form of Nithyananda and came down as Nijavatara. And Devi Parashakti also says, she beautifully reveals, raising in Omkara, blossoming as Shiva, Shiva manifesting as source of existence, powers of existence, expression of existence, from the oneness of Om, blossoming into two as Prakriti and Purusha, blossoming as three Shaktis, Icha, growing as four Vedas, expanding as five Panchabhutas, beyond six chakras, filled as Gotras of seven Rishis, expanding as eight directions, existing as nine Grahas, blossoming as 10 Indriyas, being as 11 Rudras, creating all the worlds, bringing life to tell and make truth blossom and to do good. Parashorasi, Meenakshi, in the form of Nithyananda, I came to bless every one of you. And now, let's see how we can receive Devi Parashakti. So literally you are seeing Paramashiva and Parashakti at that moment. She is there on your screen, so always receive her very traditionally. You can keep two betel leaves, one banana, one betel nut, and a coin in front of the screen as you watch Devi Parashakti. And for those of you who might be wondering what a coin is considered as or what is its importance, a coin in the Hindu tradition is actually considered the traditional dakshina, which is a traditional offering made to God in any temple or during any rituals at any time. So it can be the lowest value. In India, it can even be just 1 paise, and in the US, it can even be just a cent. Swami says, I'm not trying to monetize. Keep even 1 cent, it is okay. So for 100 days, if you have darshan, it will add up to $1. In India, even 1 paise is okay. And you can offer that to Devi Parashakti. And once the darshan is over, you can do namaskar and eat the banana, the beet leaf, and the betel nut, taking it as prasadam immediately. And the coins that you collect, you can send it to the Los Angeles temple for the further procedures. And now some of you might be wondering how this beet leaf and betel nut may benefit you, whether it's physically, emotionally, or mentally. How will it benefit you? So this betel leaf and betel nut may look too small, but in a few days, you will see how much it adds to your sentiment that really she is there, really Devi Parashakti is there. And you will not take the Devi Darshans for granted. Rituals will break your monotonous unconscious mentality and lifestyle and remind you and raise you to the powerful cognitions. It will break your unconscious behavior. And now here all of you can see how you can set up your tambulam. So you can arrange the two betel leaves, the betel nut, the banana, and the coin. You can set it up in a plate and keep the plate in front of the screen as you receive Devi Parashakti. And as all of you see, there are a few more items that are kept, such as flowers, kumkum, turmeric, some glass bangles, and a coconut. So if you would like, you can also keep these few additional items as well. But the four basic items that are kept as part of a tambulam is the betel leaf, the betel nut, the banana, and the coin. So you can arrange all the items in a plate, keep it in front of the screen as you receive Devi Parashakti when she comes for the darshan. And with that, we come to a conclusion of this segment where we have learned who is Devi Parashakti and how we can receive Devi Parashakti when she comes for the darshan. And we'll be moving on to the further segments of this program where we will be learning what exactly Devi Parashakti has revealed in the Akashic readings about all the various problems that the world is going through today during this pralaya, and what exactly Devi Parashakti has revealed as the cause and the solution for these problems. And we will be also seeing and understanding how important it is for us to understand, internalize, and follow what Devi Parashakti has revealed. So please stay tuned, and we will be back after a really short break for the next segment of this program.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Shivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nithyananda, welcome back to your viewers. Nithyananda, now let us come back into this next segment where we will understand some of the sacred secrets of Hindu birth. Let us listen to Devi Parashakti's revelation on
நன்றாய் கேட்டுக்கொள். உன் கேள்விக்கு உன்மூலமாய் உலகெங்கும் இருக்கும் இந்துக்கள் எல்லோர்க்கும் அளிக்கின்றேன் உத்திரம். கேட்டு வாழ்ந்தால் உங்கள் வாழ்க்கை பத்திரம். நன்றாய் கேளுங்கள். பிறப்பின் ரகசியத்தை பிறப்பிலா பெருமை உடைய பரமேஸ்வரி சொல்லுகின்றேன் கேளுங்கள். அண்டஜம், யோனிஜம், ஜலஜம், பீஜம் எனும் 4 விதமான பிறவிகளில் 84,000 யோனிகளில் பிறக்கும் பிறப்புகளிலேயே பெருமை வாய்ந்ததும் உத்தமமானதும் மனித பிறவி. அந்த மனித பிறவியிலும் பலமுறை பிறந்து உழன்று அரசியல், பொருளாதாரம், சுகபோகம், தர்மம், அர்த்தம், காமம் எனும் ஆசைகள், துக்கங்கள், அச்சங்கள் அனைத்திலும் அழன்று உழன்று இனி வேண்டாம் இப்பிறவி, வேண்டுவது மோட்சமே என்று முடிவெடுத்தோர்க்கு மட்டுமே ஹிந்து மத யோனிஜம், ஹிந்து பெற்றோர்க்கு பிறந்திடும் சனாதன ஹிந்து தர்ம யோனிஜம், மனித பிறவி உத்தமம், சனாதன ஹிந்து தர்ம மனித பிறவியும். இந்த உத்தமோத்தம பிறவி எடுத்த எல்லோருக்கும் ஜீவன் முக்த விஞ்ஞானாதன தர்மத்தையும் காக்கின்ற கடமையும் உண்டு. அதனால் வருகின்ற அனுபவிக்கும் உரிமையும் உண்டு. இந்த கடமையை செய்வோம் என்று சத்தியம் செய்ததனால்தான் அந்த உரிமை அளிக்கப்பட்டது. பூமிக்கு வந்தபின் மனம் மயங்கி மதிமயங்கி சனாதன தர்மம் காக்க மறந்ததனால் மாயை அவர்கள் உயிரை பறிக்கின்றாள். நன்றாய் புரிந்து கொள்ளுங்கள். உயிரை கொடுத்தாலும் தர்மத்தை காப்போம் என்று உறுதி எடுத்தவர்க்கே சனாதன ஹிந்து தர்ம யோனிஜம் அளிக்கின்றேன் யான். உடல் பெற்ற பிறகு ஊழிப் பெருவலியால் ஆசை அச்சங்களை உதறவிடாது, உதறியும் விடாது சனாதன ஹிந்து தர்மம் காக்க மறந்தோரை உயிர் வாழத் தகுதியில்லாதவர் பட்டியலில் உடனடியாய் மாயை சேர்க்கின்றாள். அதனால் ராட்சசர்களும் அசுரர்களும் தானாகவே இவர்கள் உயிரை எடுக்கின்றார். நன்றாய் புரிந்து கொள்ளுங்கள். உயிரை கொடுத்தாலும் தர்மம் காப்போம் என்று நிற்பவர்க்கு நிலைத்திடும் வீரஸ்வர்க்கமும் கைலாச பதவியும், எக்காரணம் கொண்டும் தர்மம் காக்க மறந்த உத்தமோத்தம ஜனனமான சனாதன ஹிந்து ஜனனம் பெற்ற மக்களுக்கு இல்லை வேறு கதி. சனாதன ஹிந்து தர்ம மனித ஜனனம் உத்தமோத்தம மனித ஜனனம். உங்கள் உரிமை உலகில் அதிகம், உங்களுக்கு கடமையும் உலகில் பெரிது. தர்மம் காத்தாலே கடமை, தர்மம் காக்காதார்க்கு உயிர் வாழும் உரிமை இல்லை. நன்றாய் புரிந்து கொள்ளுங்கள். உத்தமோத்தம பிறவியான சனாதன ஹிந்து தர்ம பிறவி எடுத்த எல்லோரும் புரிந்து கொள்ளுங்கள். உங்கள் வாழ்வின் முதற்கடமை தர்மம் காத்தல். தர்மம் காக்க தர்மம் உங்களை காக்கும். சனாதன ஹிந்து தர்மம் காக்க மறந்திட்டால் வாழும் உரிமையை நீங்கள் இழந்து விடுகின்றீர்கள். அதற்கு மேல் வாழ்ந்தென்ன அழிந்தென்ன? பூமிக்கு பாரம் குறையட்டும் என்று அசுரர்களும் ராட்சதர்களும் உங்களை உண்டு தீர்க்கின்றார்கள். அதையும் மாயை கண்டு சும்மாவிருப்பாள். பிரபஞ்ச ரகசியத்தை, பிறவியின் ரகசியத்தை உலகிற்கெல்லாம் உத்தரமாய்ச் சொல்லிவிட்டேன். புரிந்து வாழ்வில் நடந்து உயிரை பத்திரமாய் பார்த்துக் கொள்ளுங்கள். அன்னை சொல்லும் அருள் சத்தியம் இது. ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
So let us see baby's words now into English. Listen, Andajam, Yonijam, Jalajam, Bijam, like this in 4 types of birth in 84 lakh yonis. And all these births, the most greatest birth of them all is the human birth. Even in that human birth, being toiled many times, after getting burnt and toiled in politics, in finance, in luxuries, in dharma, artha, kama, and those who decide of not wanting this birth, only wanting moksha, only those will have Hindu dharma yonijam, the Sanatana Hindu dharma yonijam of being born to Hindu parents. Human birth is Uttamam, the best, and Sanatana Hindu Dharma human birth is Uttamottamam, the best. Everyone who took this Uttamottama birth has the responsibility of protecting the science of living enlightenment and Sanatana Hindu Dharma. And also, they have the right of experiencing its benefits. This right was given to them because of their commitment given by them to do this responsibility. After coming to Bhuloka, by getting mentally deluded and forgetting the Dharma of protecting Sanatana Dharma, Maya, she is taking away all their souls. Understand carefully. I am giving the Sanatana Hindu Dharma Yonijam only for those who gave the commitment of protecting Sanatana Dharma, even by giving their life. after getting the body because of painful deluge, not dropping fear and greed. For those who forgot to protect Sanatana Hindu Dharma, Maya, she will immediately add them all to the list of those who are not worthy of living. Therefore, Rakshasas and Asuras are automatically taking away their life. Understand properly, for those who stand that even by giving their life, they will protect Dharma, will permanently have Viraswarga and Kailasa Padavi. For any reason, people who forgot to protect Dharma, having the Uttamottama birth of Sanatana Hindu birth, there is no other way for them. Sanatana Hindu Dharma human birth is Uttamottama human birth. Your rights in this world are immense. Also, your responsibility in this world is large. Protecting Dharma is responsibility. Those who do not protect Dharma, they do not have their right to live. Understand properly all those who took the Uttamottama birth, which is Sanatana Hindu Dharma birth. All of you understand. The fight is protecting Dharma. If you protect Dharma, Dharma will protect you. If you forget to protect Sanatana Hindu Dharma, you lose the right of living. After that, what bothers whether you live or get destroyed? Asuras and Rakshasas will eat you so that the burden on earth is reduced. Seeing that, Maya, she will keep quiet. Let us understand what is the responsibility of Hindus revealed as they be revealed by in the revelations in the Akashic readings. Hinduism represents the world's most ancient yet progressive indigenous spiritual tradition. It is an open framework model of civilization that stands for global peace, Let us understand. Hinduism represents the world's most ancient yet progressive indigenous tradition. It is an open framework model stands for global peace, non-violence, yoga, worship of nature, temple-based living, manifesting spiritual powers, and the inherent divinity of every being. The Hindu nations were ecosystems where more and more enlightened beings could be produced so that enlightened civilization could be kept alive and its great gift shared with the world. So let us look at the reference of Hindu nations from our Hindu scriptures. And so there have been numerous references of the greatness of Hindu nations in our Hindu scriptures. We've seen in the Mahabharata, in the Ramayana, and many, many Puranic stories about how Hindu nations lived and thrived and how everyone in those nations prospered. Let us now look at some of those references. The first reference of the Hindu nation that we'll understand is the Ramarajya, the Hindu nation ruled by Bhagavan Rama. And it was described in there were no widows to lament, nor there was any danger from wild diseases. The world was bereft of thieves and robberies. No one felt worthless, nor did old people perform obsequies concerning youngsters. Every creature felt pleased. Everyone was intent on virtue, turning their eyes towards Rama alone. Creatures did not kill one another. And people survived for thousands of years with thousands of their progeny, all free of illness and grief. The trees there were bearing flowers and fruits regularly, without any injury by pests and insects. The clouds were raining in time, and the wind was delightful to the touch. Every caste were performing their own duties, satisfied with their own work, and bereft of any greed. People were intent on virtue and lived without telling lies. All people were endowed with excellent characteristics. All were engaged in virtue. And the Hastinapur kingdom, ruled by Yudhishthira, was described in Srimad Mahabharata. Devas granted rains to fulfill all wants. The world became free of all diseases. There was no hunger or thirst anywhere. There was no mental suffering. Those without livelihood were given livelihood. There was abundance all around. There was no worldly worries left for anyone, and there was no cause for fear either. Happiness on earth was in fact even greater than in the heavens. And the contributions of Hindu nations was far and wide. Hindus had so much to contribute to the world in every field, whether it was enlightenment, health, medicine, art, science, technology, aviation, dance and music, clothes and jewelry, social systems, judicial systems, political systems, legal systems. Hindu nations were constantly contributing in every single field. So how were our Hindu nations destroyed? Over the course of 1,000 years, Hindu nations faced continuous onslaught of invaders and attacks. And through these various invaders and attacks, Hindu nations faced a decline. And Kailasa is the Hindu nation left for us. The first phase of the destruction of Hindu nations was the Islamic invasions between 800 and 1700 AD. And this was the physical destruction of the Hindu civilization. And Will Durant described the Mohammedan conquest of India as probably the bloodiest story in history. The Islamic historians and scholars have recorded with great glee and pride the slaughters of Hindus, forced conversions, abduction of Hindu women and children, slave markets, and destruction of temples carried out by the warriors of Islam during 800 to 1700 AD. Millions of Hindus were converted to Islam by sword in this period, and millions more were raped and murdered and dismembered. this was the description by Will Durant. The Islamic law prescribed for Hindus conveyed that Hindus are like mud. If silver is demanded from them, they must, with the greatest humility, offer gold. If a Mohammedan desires to spit into a Hindu's mouth, the Hindu should open it wide for that purpose. So you can see that Islamic invaders were barbaric in their attack on Hindus. And over the course of the Islamic invasions, over 200 million Hindus, deities, and sculptures were destroyed. And the description of this invasion, the conquering of, sorry for the technical glitch. We will be right back with the slides. So you can see the description of the Islamic invasions were extremely barbaric and cruel. It was a very physical attack and destruction of Hindus during this time. Millions and millions of Hindus were killed and destroyed. And the second phase of the destruction of the Hindu civilization was the British occupation, which was between 1700 and 1947 AD. And this was the economic and psychological destruction of the Hindu civilization. And Will Durant, again, described how barbaric and cruel this destruction was. The next phase was during the second phase, the British Empire used all possible means to destroy Hindu civil and cultural in order to delegitimize and demoralize the indigenous people of India so that they would be slaves in their own homeland. And this included discriminatory laws to instill feelings of racial inferiority, engineered famines to starve natives into submission, and over the course of the British occupation, over $45 trillion was looted from India over the course of 200 years, and over 45 million Hindus died due to artificial famines and imposed poverty by the British policy, and over 680 native kingdoms were usurped by the British Raj. And Sashi Tharoor of the Indian Parliament has described the British came to one of the richest countries of the world, and over 200 years of exploitation and looting and destruction reduced it to a poster child of third world poverty. And the British occupation was the destruction of what was the backbone of India, the Hindu civilization, culture, and cultural institutions. And the phase 3 was the secularization of India. And this was this is current day still going on since 1947, since the independence. And this was ruled by brown faces British attitude. And during this time, the first law minister and principal architect of the Indian Constitution has described, if Hindu Raj does become a fact, it will no doubt be the greatest calamity for this country. No matter what the Hindus say, Hinduism is a menace to liberty and equality and fraternity. It is incompatible. It must be prevented at any cost. And the modern Indian legal system, academia, and media all systematically undermine, suppress, and delegitimize the Hindu institutions and culture. India's constitutions establish government control and taxation over Hindu temples, schools, and other institutions, while other religions are free from this interference. And India's constitution discriminates against Hindus by giving social rights and benefits to other religious communities. And the phase 3 also includes the media narratives that were used to destroy, were used to stereotype and demoralize Hindus. And Bollywood and other mainstream media outlets consistently portrayed Hindu gods and gurus as cartoonish, dishonest, corrupt sex fiends in a manner that was similar to the British imperial propaganda. So let us understand why we need to revive these Hindu nations. As Devi revealed, it is the responsibility of the Hindus to maintain the Sanatana Hindu Dharma, to ensure that it is shared with the world. It is our responsibility to protect Dharma And when you protect Dharma, Dharma will protect you, and you will be able to be benefiting from all of the contributions that Hinduism has given to the world. However, if you forget to protect Dharma, you lose so much in your life. And the supreme concept of Hinduism has given the vision for the Hindu civilization. During the time of the Mahabharata, we Hindus had 56 deshas and 200 states, 1700 samsthanas, and 10,000 sampradayas. In all 56, we are persecuted. Now we have lost all 56. The last one to fall was Nepal. I am the collective voice of all the persecuted Hindus. I will revive and rebuild a Hindu nation built on the Vedagamic principles. And the revival of Kailasa, the Hindu nation, is for reviving this whole life of enlightened civilization and all the great things it has to offer to the world, bringing legitimacy to all the offerings Sanatana Hindu Dharma and sharing it with the world is the purpose of this Kailasa, the Hindu nation. And this is exactly as Devi has revealed. It is the responsibility of Hindus to protect Dharma, to revive this whole life of enlightened civilization. And the administration of Kailasa. Kailasa is revival of the cosmic constitution. Kailasa is a model nation of how enlightened civilization should be living and administered. Politics, judiciary, education, economy, everything will be revived as per Paramashiva revealed in the Vedagamic Sanatana Hindu Dharma scriptures. Hindu, being one of the most persecuted civilizations, Hinduism is on the brink of extinction, such that the next generation may know about Hinduism only through history books. What can we do to stand up for Hindu civilization and all that it has offered to the world? Today, Hinduism is a political orphan. The preservation and restoration of Hinduism's spiritual and cultural heritage is impossible without a national identity. So what can we do to save Hinduism? As Devi revealed, this is our responsibility. It is our responsibility to protect Sanatana Hindu Dharma. So let us reclaim our identity. There's so much that Hinduism has offered to the world. And unfortunately, we Hindus have forgotten about it and have lost our Hindu identity, our pride of being a Hindu, and have diluted into the Western civilizations. And Hinduism represents is responsible for our successful life. If you are healthy, wealthy, rich, successful, peaceful, happy, respectable, have a stable family, and have the best mental health, and you are a Hindu, you should understand Hinduism is responsible for this. Hindu identity is responsible for this. Hindu scriptures are responsible for this. It is the Hindu scriptures which gave us the best mental setup. All the best things that we Hindus have is from our scriptures and our Hindu gurus. Hindus are the richest and most successful ethnic community in the world. Hindu scriptures, Hindu lifestyle, our enlightenment are responsible for this. Hindu thought currents are responsible for this. And in a study done by Pew, it was reported that Hindus are the most educated religious group in the US. This was reported in the Hindustan Times. Let us reclaim our Hindu identity. It is not just anti-Hindu elements being active. It is the responsible Hindus being inactive that is responsible for this whole destruction of Hinduism. Let us now take responsibility for Hinduism and let all the Hindus all over the world reclaim our Hindu identity. So let us understand what is the responsibility of Hindus as Devi has revealed. it is the responsibility of Hindus to revive this enlightened civilization and again, and give all the gift of the enlightened civilization to humanity. Revival of the enlightened civilization, the Kailasa, is the Hindu nation is the survival need of humanity. And Devi has revealed that is why we have been gifted the blessing of having Sanatana Hindu Dharma Yonijam. The Hindu Yonijam is the birth, being born to Hindu parents. So this is an invitation to all of the Hindus out there, to all the ones born Hindus, to all the practicing Hindus, to all those who are sympathetic towards Hinduism, who are curious about Hinduism, who want to explore Hinduism and enjoy Hinduism. Please come and become a part of this revival. You can sign up to become an e-Kailashian, an e-citizen of Kailasa by going to kailasa.org and signing up today. So let us understand why Kailasa. What is the need for the only Hindu nation? Why is it needed for humanity? Let's watch that video now.